Hello students. Here we are in the second session of our tally classes that that you had been doing as a part of your accounting software lab course. So in the previous lecture session we have created a company by the name ADBU Semfor Private Limited, and we had passed two journal entry. The first one, three journal entry. The first one was with regard to capital brought in by the owner of the business, and then we have passed one entry for cash purchase and one entry for cash sales. So today we shall move forward, and I have given you an assignment in the previous session to pass two entry regarding purchases, regarding salaries, and regarding rent. So to pass the entry for salary, first of all we have to create the ledger account salary. Okay, so we'll go to accounts info, we'll go to move to next ledgers, create, and then we'll write here salaries. So salaries, the category will be indirect expenses, and we are not having any opening balance, so create it. Second we'll do is rent. Now rent is also an indirect expense, so no opening balance, created. So two accounts we have created. We'll move back, we'll press escape and move back. Okay, and then we'll come to accounting vouchers. So now you see, paying salary and paying rent, we'll pass the entry for salaries and rent. The entry will be salaries account debited to cash. So we'll write in the payment voucher creation is open, so we'll write salaries is selected, enter. So salaries you are paying rupees 50,000, so to cash, so we'll get cash being salaries paid in cash. So this is the entry for payment of salaries in cash, enter. So next we are going to pass the entry for rent. So rent, say we are paying rent 20,000, rent to cash. Okay, 20,000. So what will write? Being rent paid in cash. Okay, so I hope all of you could do these two entries, which was given as an assignment in the previous session. Okay, so we move back, and like I have shown you, we can pass this, we can show the balance sheet, we can see the profit and loss account. Okay, see the previous in the previous session we did not have any indirect expenses. Now you have two indirect expenses, and you have your net loss of 3,70,000. Okay, so these two entries we have passed. Now let us pass one more entry, okay, for sales. Okay, so we have sold once again. Now do we need to create the sales account again? No, we need not create the sales account again. Okay, so we'll go to accounting voucher. So if it is a sales, it is not payment, rather it is receipt. So we'll go to F6 and or we'll double click on receipt. Okay, so receipt, it comes, we are making a sales. So the entry is cash account debited to sales. So sales is credit. So sales, we are making sales worth rupees, say 5 lakh. Making sales of 5 lakh. So cash. So what you will write? Being goods sold for cash. So amounting to 5 lakh. Enter. Okay, so we have passed the entry for sales. Now we'll move back and we'll go to our profit and loss account and see we are having now a gross profit of rupees 2 lakh. Okay, gross profit of 2 lakh and a net profit of 1,30,000. So you see, any changes you make in your transactions, immediately that change is reflected in the financial statements. Your profit and loss account immediately changes. You did not make any changes anywhere. Like when you do this manual accounting, first of all you do the journal, then you do the ledger, okay, then you go the trial balance, then trading PL, then you get the profit. Okay, but here you need not do anything. You simply pass the transaction, and as and when you pass the transaction, you are done. The system automatically takes up all these things. The system automatically prepares the profit and loss account. The system automatically prepares the balance sheet. So you can immediately have a look at it. Now if you go to display, you'll find the trial balance is here. This is the trial balance. You see all the different kinds of accounts are there. So if you go to if it is grouped F5, or you can see lead wise. Okay, see cash account, debit balances, capital 10 lakh. Okay, you have a sales of rupees 10 lakh. So all these things you can check by going to display. You can check your accounts book, you can check your cash book. Okay, your cash, you can check the various ledgers. These are the accounts that we have opened. We have cash account, capital account, profit and loss account, purchase account, rent account, service account, sales account. Okay, so if we make further sales, okay, if you make further sales, so we'll go to again accounting vouchers. Okay, then we'll again sales is received. Again we are making sales, cash sales. Okay, say sales of rupees 2 lakh. How much? Sales of rupees 2 lakh. We are making sales of rupees 2 lakh. Cash sales rupees 2 lakh. Cash sales rupees 2 lakh being goods sold for cash rupees 2 lakh. 2 lakh. But did you just notice I made a mistake? I entered it how much? I entered it rupees 20,000. I should have given it 2 lakh, but I made a mistake and I have entered it as 20,000. I have to rectify that. How I will go back? So I will then go back to display. I'll go back to the accounts book. Okay, I'll go back to the ledgers. Okay, see sales. Now see this sales account. This is the sales account. You find here all the sales transactions. What I do is that I rectify it. I enter it here and then enter, enter. I make it here. I make it here 2 lakh. So this is how rectification can be done if you make any mistake in any accounting entry. So now it is 5 lakh, 5 lakh and 2 lakh. Okay, now see, suppose you want to delete these transaction. Okay, or say let me go to the another different account. So rent. So you made a mistake in rent. Now you want to delete this rent account. You want to delete this rent account. How will you do that? So you will press Alt D. What do you do? Escape. You will do Alt D. Alt D means you are deleting the transaction. See, the rent does not exist anymore. The entry is gone. You have deleted the entry. So come back to the home page once again, and then you can check at it. You have to go and see. You go click on profit and loss account. See your net profit changes because one of your expense, that is indirect expenses, rent, no longer exists. You can go back to again your display, click on trial balance, okay, and go on click on lead wise. You'll find rent no longer exists. Okay, so that is the procedure for deleting any transaction that you make by mistake. And prior to that, I have shown you how you will rectify any transaction. Like if you have made some mistake, maybe you could have made some mistake with regard to debit and credit, you can rectify that. You have made some mistake with regard to certain amount, you can rectify accordingly. Okay, so these are some of the techniques of passing transactions. Okay, now let's move to some other aspects. Okay, see if you want to change the date, this educational version would not allow you to change the date of any month of any date in a month. Okay, so that is F2 to pass in a contra entry, then for any journal, sales, purchase. Okay, so now see, you understand the meaning of journal. Sometimes there is a transaction which does not involve any amount of cash receipt or cash payment. So in those cases, it is neither a receipt nor a payment. So you have to pass it through journal. Sometimes it is a contra entry when you have transactions between cash and bank. So those are contra entry. So today we will move forward and we will create another ledger account. That is, we'll create a bank account. Okay, we'll create a bank account. So we'll write bank. It will come under bank accounts. Okay, and we are not providing any information. We are not even having opening balance. Okay, so now when we pass this entry, so now see, we want to pass an entry regarding cash deposit into bank. So the entry in that case, will be a contra. Okay, so the entry in that case will be what? See, you have bank and cash, only these two things came up because it is a contra entry. So in case of contra, what happens? The entry is I am depositing cash into bank, so entry will be bank account debited to cash. Okay, so cash credits, I am depositing 20,000 rupees, debit is bank. So I'll write being cash, deposited into bank. Okay, so this is the entry, this is the contra entry. Okay, so now if you withdraw money from your bank account, entry will be cash account debited to bank, and you will do it accordingly. Okay, so these are the different modes through which you can make your entries as per your requirements. Okay, you have to just click on either payment or receipt. If you check here, things will change, and you also get, see, if you are making payment number 3, receipt number 5, then we have made contra, already made one contra, this is contra number 2. So if you want to make a sales, there to whom you are selling, the party's name, sales ledger, everything, all details will come. But the items that you have sold, all separate ledgers will be opened. If you are making a purchase, okay, that is also coming. Fine. So today's assignment you take up, you pass 5 accounting entries. Okay, you make one cash purchase, one credit purchase, one cash sales, one credit sale. Okay, so you can set up any name of your debtor and creditor, but remember, one cash purchase, one credit purchase, one cash sales, one credit sales, and one contra entry related to withdrawal of money from your bank account. Okay, so I hope today's session is clear, and these 5 transactions you will pass. I repeat, one cash purchase, one credit purchase, you will set up your own creditor. Okay, one cash sales, one credit sale, you will set up your or create own debtor ledger. Okay, and you will pass one contra entry, that is related to withdrawal of cash from the bank, that is entry will be cash account debited to bank account. Okay, so I hope you will do that. So your task is you do that, and after doing that, what you will do is that you will go to display, and then you will click on trial balance, go to lead wise, and give me a screenshot of this particular um, page, okay, in your as your assignment. So you will do that and submit me in the assignment option. Okay, and one more thing I want to ask you all, like I believe most of you are having this particular software. If you are not having it, you can inform me, I shall provide you this particular software in your common mail or in the Google Classroom itself. Okay, so kindly let me know whether you have this particular software or not. So once again, uh, if possible, you go through it once again and try to understand the things. In the next session, we'll move forward with the purchases and